William, hey.
Yeah.
Hey, let's do some role playing real quick, okay?
I don't.
Real quick,
okay.
before we start, okay? No, it's the non-sexual kind of role playing, so it's okay.
I don't.
This is two dudes doing regular role play, all right? Okay, well, you're role playing Spider-Man, all right? Well, you're role playing Spider-Man, right? Mm-hmm. So you're Spider-Man. You're in New York. You're doing Spider-Man. Like, hey, I'm Spider-Man. Thwip. That's what I do, right?
Okay.
He's Italian. Spider-Man's Italian. You're Italian.
None of that was Italian. None of anything that you said was done in an Italian accent.
Hey, mozzarella, pepperoni pizza.
God. Jesus,
right?
Wow. Oh my God.
Okay, anyway, whatever. You're Spider-Man. That's all that matters, right? You're Italian Spider-Man all of a sudden. You're thwipping around New York. So we do the thwip around New York, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Just talk like you're Italian Spider-Man going around New York.
Freaking calzone, thwip. I'm Italian. I'm Italian Spider-Man. I come from the place of Italy.
Help! I need your help. Come quickly, Spider-Man.
Italian Spider-Man is on the way. Woo!
Italian Spider-Man, I need your help. There are two groups of people that needs to be beaten up, but you have to beat them up non-discriminately. Who are you gonna beat up, Italian Spider-Man? The group of homeless orphans, or the group of just regular homeless? No, the group of regular orphans, or the group of homeless people. You need to beat one of them up, Spider-Man. Beat up one of these groups non-discriminately. They're both doing something bad. Who are you gonna beat up?
Okay, that depends. Does an Italian have more empathy for an orphan? Or for the homeless?
Oh, I don't fucking know.
Here's my thought process for Italian Spider-Man. Okay, does he beat up on the orphans to save them from the foster care system?
Okay.
Or does he beat up the homeless to save them from life?
Look. The orphans are stealing the pepperoni for the pepperoni pizza. Okay.
Okay, go for the orphans. No, just the orphans. It's just the orphans. No, it's just the orphans. No, my decision is the orphans right then and there. It's just the orphans.
Oh, you're gonna be so you're saying if you were Italian Spider-Man who goes around New York going thwip, I'm Italian Spider-Man, right?
Yes.
And you see a group of orphans stealing pepperoni, you'll beat them up non-discriminately.
Yes,
but how hard would you beat up these kids?
They're dead.
Oh, they're dead. Oh, you just beat up you just beat up orphans and they're dead? As Italian Spider-Man? Oh, Jesus Christ. God. Alright, guess we now know where your moral stand.
No. Here's the thing, Austin. This is not my moral stance. It's Italian Spider-Man stance.
Okay? Oh, it's Italian Spider-Man. Oh, you're right. Okay. Yeah. It's a good thing to know. If there's ever a Spider-Man comic with Italian Spider-Man, is there even a comic with Italian Spider-Man? I know there's one where he's in the future. I know there's one where he's a Japanese person with a robot.
Hold on, Italian spot. Why is there an actual thing? What is this?
Oh, is this a real thing? Oh,
I mean, I don't think it's what we were expecting, but I looked it up and it's an actual thing.
Oh no, hold on. Okay. No, this is a parody. This is not a real thing. No, it's not a real thing.
It's okay. It might as well be real now. Okay, it might as well be real.
It might as well be real? Okay.
It might as well be real.
Does this Spider-Man go around doing, hey, I'm Italian Spider-Man. Thwip. Give me the pepperoni pizza.
That's true. Does he? I'll watch this movie later. I'm gonna watch this movie later.
Are we gonna do a spoiler cast on Italian Spider-Man later?
I mean, sure. We'll just put that on the list.
Put that on the list?
Yes.
Of our ever-expanding list?
Look, man. We might as well put this on the list, okay? We're gonna watch whatever, okay? Just as long as it's not horrible, bad indie films that we've been seeing for the past years, okay?
Yeah, that's right. That's like all those bad indie movies we've definitely been recording for the last few weeks. Like all those, right? All those. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we recorded everything. We recorded a podcast for all the movies.
We recorded them, but none of them will be uploaded to after Spooky Ween. Oh yeah, wait. Welcome to Spooky Weed. That's what I'm calling this month. I think we call it Spooktober at some point. I think we call it. Actually, no. I think we call it Spooky Weed. No, we're going to Spookytober. All right. No one has called it Spookytober yet because it's the dumbest sounding one. But welcome to Spookytober. I am claiming possession of Spookytober right now. If anyone else uses this, I will press legal charges. I will send Italian Spider-Man after you to get back the rights to Spookytober.
You beat up on them like the orphans.
Yeah, like the orphans. That's right. So for this year for Spookytober, we're doing the Halloweentown film series. Hey, right? Wait,
Yeah.
by the way, there are 4 movies in this series. By the way, I found out. I thought there were only 3.
Yeah, I know.
didn't realize there was a 4th movie.
Yeah, I know.
I felt like I saw the 4th movie and confused it as the 3rd movie. I'm pretty sure I skipped one of these movies because I remember watching these movies as a kid on the Disney Channel, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's been years since I've seen it, so yeah. So for this year, we're dedicating this one to Halloweentown. So wait, hey, real quick before you start reading the plot synopsis, can we talk about how the main villain in this movie wanted to start a literal race war?
Yeah, that's such a
holy shit! Holy shit! I remember watching this movie as a kid, right? I thought he was just like a regular movie villain who was like, "Hey, yo, I'm a movie villain," right?
Yeah.
But no, he straight up wanted to start a race war in this movie. Holy shit!
Yeah.
I was so fucking out of it.
It's
like,
so
I was
fucking...
with him all throughout this movie, right? I was like, all right, you're a movie. I thought he just wanted to take over the town, right? And be like, hey, yo, I'm the ruler of the town. But no, he straight up wanted to cause World War III or Halloween or Interdimensional War 1 or whatever the fuck. Holy shit.
No, he wanted to start the Secret Wars, Austin. He wanted to start the Secret Wars.
Oh my god, this movie, like if we actually break this movie down, this movie villain is insane. Holy shit.
Yeah, it is. It really is. You know what's funny though? This is literally just because all this literally happened because he got rejected. This is literally just because he became.
Hey! Being a simp in this movie film series now is a big theme. All right.
No, he's not.
Once we talk about the other movies. Right?
Yeah.
Being a simp is a reoccurring thing in this movie franchise. I found out.
I mean, okay, no, but it's not even about them being, yeah. Go ahead.
Being horny is a major theme in these film series, apparently.
Okay, but here's the thing, Austin. This is not even them becoming a simp, because if that was the case, KALABAR would have been all like, oh, you know what? If it's for you, I'll do anything, right? This is more him being an incel. This is basically what it is.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's a major theme. These are, like, if we break down Halloween as a film series, it is a film series about incels. Holy shit. So William, wait, have you watched all 4 movies yet? I watched all 4 in a row.
I only watched the 2. I know what happens in the 3rd one. The 4th one, I have no idea.
Oh my god, it just gets insane at how much incel these characters are. Holy shit! Like I'm not I know we shitpost a lot about shit like this, but Jesus Christ, it really gets really bad about being an incel or a simp in this movie.
I know. It's so bad, especially in the 2nd one with like KALABAR's son. Spoilers.
Yeah, as a kid, you don't realize all this shit. You just think this is just a stupid kids movie about Halloween. But when you rewatching these as an adult, 20 years later, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that you realize, like the fact that KALABAR is straight up wanting to cause a race war for no reason.
No, it's literally no. They said the reason. It's literally because he got rejected. That was it. I'm like, if I wanted to start a race war, alright, I would have better reason. I'm not saying I would start a race war, alright? But if I were to, hypothetically speaking, start a race war, I'll be like, I kind of want a good reason, right? I'm not just gonna go out on the street and like talk to some guy like, hey yo, you want to start a race war, right? That's not something I would do. I would have a good reason to start a race war, okay? Oh my god, man.
I would have a better reason than KALABAR, alright? That's what I'm saying, okay?
Okay.
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 Okay,
Austin.
that's good.
Okay,
alright,
Austin.
we can start reading this movie synopsis.
Okay. Whenever you decide to start a race war, Austin, let me know what your reasons are. So now I'll judge you. I'll be the judge of
that. Hey, don't worry. I'll have Italian Spider-Man on my side in the race war. That's all that matters. All right. Italian Spider-Man will help me out in the race war.
Okay.
All right. We can actually start this movie now. Now that I got that off my chest, holy shit.
Oh my god! I can tell you've been holding
this is
that
a pretty
in for
long.
a
This is
while.
a pretty long Wikipedia synopsis. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I know.
Like the person who wrote this must have really been into Halloweentown.
Hey man, I mean, to be fair, at least I got the feeling from it. I think this was a very popular movie series, okay, for Disney Channel.
I mean, it had 4 movies.
This is also true, but of course fell off after the 4th one. I haven't seen the 4th one. I don't know what happens in it, so I'm gonna find out why it stopped after the 4th one.
I think I saw the 4th one as a kid, but I confused it as the 3rd movie.
Yeah, I still don't see how you confused it, because then you got no man, I'm not gonna get into that. We'll get into that when we get to it.
Okay, we'll get to that as we go along. All right, yeah. You can read this Wikipedia thing now.
Alright, so as always, I'll read from the plot synopsis, yada yada yada. Here we go. The film begins with 13-year-old Marnie Piper and her mother Gwen arguing over why she and her younger siblings, 12-year-old Dylan and 7-year-old Sophie.
Hey, fuck that kid. Hey, fuck this Dylan character. Holy shit. I have never hated a movie character in a franchise more than I have hated Dylan. Alright. That's it.
Okay, I will say this because I know I'm gonna lose this thought. I swear to God, this kid never has a character arc in any of these movies. I've only seen up to the 3rd.
He does have a character arc. He's trying to get some of that action, alright? That's his character arc.
That was only in the second one, and it goes nowhere. It goes nowhere in the second one.
Wait till you watch the other 2 movies, alright? It goes way worse.
Oh God, no. Okay. Anyway, can never go out for Halloween. Marnie cannot go to a friend's costume party, and her mother offers no clear explanation.
Hey! If this was today, she would not want to go to a costume party. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Topical. That's a topical joke. For the future audience who finds this video, the current year is 2020, and coronavirus is still a thing. Wash your hands. Even into the future, wash your hands. All right?
Yeah, exactly. And her mother offers no clear explanation. Okay. Gwen's mother, Agatha, or Aggie, shows up for her annual Halloween visit. The children are happier to see Aggie than Gwen is, as Aggie openly encourages the children to get more involved in Halloween. Aggie and Gwen are secretly witches. That was the weirdest...
a weird way to put that in, right?
Yeah, I know.
That's just a weird... Right?
Yeah, that's so
that should have just been written... Right?
Yeah, it's just like it just tells us here. I'm like, there has to be a better lead-in for this. But then again, it's kind of
it's like if you were to read the plot synopsis of Harry Potter, right? Like Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I don't remember the first dark art teacher's name. It was called dark art, right? Harry attends class to visit his dark art teacher. The dark art teacher is secretly the vessel for Voldemort, by the way.
Yeah, that's how it feels. It's like an afterthought that he just decided to add it in. But then again, if I'm gonna, it's to be fair, Austin. That's kind of how they did the reveal for the witches anyway in this movie. They kind of just an afterthought reveal like that. Oh, we forgot to show that they're witches. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Well, again, that's a criticism.
But at least in the film, it was more natural for them to reveal it. They're just fucking writing it like this in a Wikipedia plot.
Fair enough. Okay. Despite objections from Gwen, Aggie is intent on training Marnie as a witch. Before heading home, Aggie reads the children a bedtime story called Halloweentown, about a mystical place where witches, vampires, and monsters of all sorts live in peace. Sophie points out a drawing of a witch in the book that resembles Marnie, that leads nowhere. Aggie does nothing to stop...
Yeah, it really does. I was really confused about it. I guess that was supposed to be a hint, right? I guess that was supposed to be a hint of her character, right?
Yeah, it was very weird to just kind of do that and then mention it. I guess let's just say, oh yeah, she's a witch too. But I'm like, there's better ways of hinting at this, you know? Like what they did with Sophie's character, where she really wanted a cookie, and then the cookie was mystically floating towards her. Like, if they did something like that with Marnie, then that would be better. But then instead it's just like, she's in a book. I'm like...
Yeah, she's in a book. That's like if Harry Potter was reading a book and he saw the teacher, the dark art teacher, ask to follow Voldemort. And here's a story about Voldemort. Here's a guy that looks exactly like your dark arts teacher, by the way. Harry really hammering the Harry Potter reference in this video, by the way. I'm a big fan of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, by the way. In case you couldn't tell.
God, dude.
Join us next time for Harry Potter month as we reveal all 8 Harry Potter movies.
No, that'd be so much. Honestly, I don't think we can even review. We can shitpost about it, but I don't think we can review that at all in any way, shape, or form.
I'll be real. I haven't seen the Harry Potter movies in years. Alright, I don't remember shit. I remember elements of the movie, but if you were to ask me, I can explain plot points in the movie, but I can't remember shit about that movie. Alright.
Okay.
It's been years since I've seen that shit.
Okay.
Alright, continue on.
We might be due for a rewatch on that. Anyway, where was I?
Yeah. A lot of movies I actually unironically want to rewatch now, only because we're still in the coronavirus, right? Literally because of that.
Yeah, I know, because we need time to fill up, but anyway.
Yeah.
Aggie does nothing to stop Marnie from imagining such a thing. After putting the children to bed, Gwen and Aggie get into an argument with Marnie, who has snuck downstairs, eavesdropping. Maybe snuck. Gwen is angry that her mother encourages the children to enjoy Halloween, and insists Marnie that will be raised as a mortal, like her father was, and not a witch. Aggie doesn't understand why Gwen wants to live without magic and wants to train Marnie before she turns 13, as at this point, without training, she would lose her powers. I did not think that was specified at all. Anywhere in this movie.
I know they talked about she has to train something by 13, right? I didn't realize that was a plot point.
Yeah, okay. Aggie then asks Gwen for help. Citizens of Halloweentown have been disappearing, and while Gwen doesn't take this seriously and says it's possible that the missing have simply moved, Aggie believes that foul play is involved. When Aggie leaves to return home, Marnie and Dylan covertly follow her. They see Aggie getting into a magical bus and sneak onto it through the back door. When they arrive in Halloweentown, Aggie does not see Marnie and Dylan getting off the bus, and the children lose sight of her. At the same time, Marnie and Dylan realize that Sophie has sneaked onto the bus with them. They begin looking for Aggie and are approached by KALABAR, the mayor of Halloweentown. He whistles for a cab driven by Benny, a skeleton with a bad sense of humor. The children find their grandmother's mansion, and against her better judgment, Aggie decides not to take them back to their home immediately. And she says she will start Marnie's witch training, but has to take care of the bad thing first. She shows her grandchildren what she is talking about. In her cauldron, a vision of a hooded figure appears, laughing maniacally. She says she must activate Merlin's talisman with a spell and potion to defeat the evil creature. After trying and failing to light the talisman with instant potion, Aggie takes the children
Why is that in quotation? That's so weird. No, like, you can just say... you didn't have to put that in quotation.
I mean, I think it's necessary, to be honest with you, because it was an instant brew, which is, oh my god, they just like making their jokes about like modern and magic mixing together. But anyway, let's see, instant potion. Aggie takes the children back to the town to shop for the right ingredients. The family is introduced to Luke, a goblin who is made handsome by a shadow demon. He makes a clumsy pass at Marnie, which she turns down on the spot. Gwen, who had noticed her children were missing and immediately blamed Aggie, arrives in Halloweentown to retrieve them, much to Marnie's objections. Gwen tells the children to say goodbye to Aggie, then takes them to the bus station, but cannot find another bus back to the mortal world, according to a two-headed ticket vendor, and decides to see if the mayor can do anything to help.
I don't know why they did just write ticket vendor. I like it was super specific. This Wikipedia entry, how deep down this Wikipedia entry is getting into.
Yeah, right? I know it's really getting to the details of the story, man. It's not even that complicated of a story.
Whoever wrote this is a big fan of this.
Oh man, to be fair, I kind of am too, but that could be just nostalgia. But can't do anything to help. Okay, she is shocked to see that the mayor is KALABAR, an ex-boyfriend of hers.
Oh, by the way, real quick about I didn't realize his name was spelled with a K. I thought it was a C. The entire franchise, by the way.
I thought it was a C too.
I thought it was like more like KALABAR, Caliburn, right?
Yeah.
Right? That's what I thought it was. I didn't realize his name was actually spelled with a K.
Well, the more you know.
It might have been spelled that way it might have been spelled with a K in the credits, but I didn't fucking bother with the credit.
Yeah, I mean the credits roll by fast. Like, okay, I don't care. This is a TV movie. Move on to the next one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Move on to High School Musical already.
After KALABAR briefly leaves to handle another problem, Gwen and her children see Aggie walking somewhere with Luke. Sensing Aggie might be in trouble, they follow Luke and her to an abandoned movie theater. Aggie meets the hooded demon in the theater, where the missing Halloweentown citizens have been frozen in time. Aggie declines to give the talisman to the demon. Oh, to the demon. Okay. Gwen and the children enter the theater as Luke rushes out in fear. The demon freezes Gwen and Aggie. The children escape and obtain the necessary ingredients: the hair of a werewolf, the sweat of a ghost, and a vampire's fang, to make the potion that will activate the talisman. They then realize they must place the talisman in the large jack-o'-lantern in the center of the town to defeat the demon. When they arrive to install it, the demon suddenly appears and reveals himself to be KALABAR, who is bitter that Gwen, whom he used to date when she was a teenager, chose to marry a human
they explained this when he said she was an ex-boyfriend. Why do you have to re-explain this again, right? Like, they already said that KALABAR is the ex-boyfriend of the mom. Why do they have to explain this again?
Yeah, I know. It's really unnecessary. It's like,
we already know who his relationship with Gwen. We can just say he's bitter towards Gwen.
Yeah.
This is unneeded. He literally wrote this earlier.
Hey, Austin, do you want to edit it and then see if they'll keep it?
I don't. Oh, maybe we'll do that afterwards.
He starts talking to the townspeople and tries to persuade them to join him and take over the mortal world. With the help of Luke, Marnie slips past KALABAR long enough to climb up, onto the jack-o'-lantern and try to place the talisman inside. KALABAR, noticing this, casts a spell to freeze her. As she is about to pass out, Marnie drops the talisman inside the jack-o'-lantern, which causes it to illuminate. This unfreezes her and everyone trapped inside the theater and severely weakens KALABAR. Gwen, Aggie, and the children confront KALABAR and use their combined powers to defeat him. Luke is restored to his goblin appearance. The film ends with the family getting on the bus and blasting off to the mortal world. Wow, okay, blasting off. Gwen and Aggie decide to train Marnie as a witch, and Aggie decides to stay in the mortal world to spend more time with her grandchildren. And that's the end of that.
Okay, real quick. Can we like how no one in town wanted to start a race war? Like people when the guy was going on his rant about starting a race war, like we get a pan of the town, right? Everyone was like, "What the fuck is this guy doing?" Like, as far as we established in Halloweentown, right? Not the film series, like within the actual town, people like living there, right? It's clearly established that house exists on its own plane of dimension where everyone is cool, right? And no one gives a fuck about humans, right? It's like it's not like how in X-Men, right? I'm going to X-Men, right? Because you know how in X-Men we had the human versus mutant, right? And how X-Men was living in persecution, right? And I think which X-Men movie was it? The one where Magneto had the mutant camp. Now, not the third one. The one with Michael Fassbender.
That's Phoenix, right?
Dark Phoenix, right? Yeah, like that, like Dark Phoenix, right? It's kind of like that, is that like these Halloweentown or living in like a segregated area, being under the eyes of humanity, right? Like the citizens are happy with what they're doing, right? There is no contact or influence from the human world, right? Yeah. Because they said that earlier in the movie, like, hey, human and monster used to live together, but then they got mad at each other, so they just split. So we all just went to live in this new plane of dimension without humanity, and then everyone's happy. And then over time, humans forgot to hate monsters, and monsters just stopped caring, right?
Yeah.
Right. There is no hatred. There is no hatred or discrimination among both races in this movie.
They literally don't give a shit.
And I don't understand KALABAR's entire reason why to start a race war for no reason, right?
No,
I understand because with the mother, but like for everyone else, right? Yeah. None of them had any reason, right?
Yeah, no,
right? Like if we take within the X-Men film series, right? Or the X-Men universe, we can understand the mutants wanting to start a race because we're being oppressed by humanity, by humans, right? Like that makes sense. Like if in the X-Men film series, when Magneto's getting the third one, where they're like, we're building up the mutant army to fight the humans, like that makes sense. But in this movie, nobody gives a fuck. They're like, what the fuck is this guy doing? I'm just trying to do my taxes. I have to take my kids to goddamn school, and this guy's going on a rant about a race war? What the fuck? How am I gonna teach my kid hair werewolf classes or some shit? And all that stuff, right?
Yeah,
Like this guy, I don't like KALABAR's plan. Like even though he hates humans, like boy does his plan fucking suck, right?
It doesn't really do much for him, man. Like literally, this is just because he got cocked. That's literally the reason why. That's literally the reason why anything happens. Everyone else is like, man, we don't want to just go to war just because this guy got cut.
He's trying to drag he's trying to drag other people into his problems. Like, and we can clearly tell from the citizen that nobody wants to deal with this shit. Like, at some point in the movie, I was actually amazed that nobody just started picking up trash and throwing at him, right? I was honestly expecting for that to happen. Like, get the fuck out of here. Hey, get the fuck out of here with your racism. We're a progressive town, alright? We legalize same-sex monster marriage. What the fuck is your problem? Right? Because I'm assuming that Halloweentown is very progressive, right? And they legalize same-sex monster marriage or interspecies monster marriage and all that, right? That's how progressive I assume Halloween, based on what we see. Because as we see from Halloweentown, everyone's cool with each other, right? Yeah. Nobody's like we don't see any type of like monster discrimination. Like we don't see the like werewolves hating on mummies or some shit or anything like that. Like, everyone's just fucking chill with each other. This is a like, if I was given a choice, I would kind of like to live in Halloweentown. This seems like a nice town to live in, right?
Yeah, I know. It looks exactly like, it looks wonderful. Like, I would go there and live there. I mean, look, there's like nothing, it looks like nothing goes wrong there. Nothing at all bad is happening. It's like the nicest neighborhood I've ever seen.
Yeah. Like, this is a town where I would leave my door unlocked because I know even though they're monsters, they're not monsters.
Yeah, there's no better way to put that, actually. Yeah, the only monster here is KALABAR, and all because he just got rejected or something.
I know, and nobody, like, literally, I'm watching this movie, and everyone's just, like, so confused. I'm rewatching scenes of this movie. Like, I'm at the part where he's talking about his plan to start the race war, and everyone in this town is just so fucking dumbfounded. They're like, what the fuck? Right? Like we were just shown segments in the movies where we see outside human discrimination or some shit, right? Like it would make sense for the citizen to want to start a race war, but nobody in this town wants to start a race war.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's the only one. No one. I can't get over that.
I know, it's so fucking weird. I don't know why he thought this, right? I don't know why he all of a sudden assumed that everyone, or, like they clearly don't even establish a second person that wants to start a race war, right? Like, they don't even have anyone on his side. Like if you had, like, a group of followers or something, like there was, like, a group of, well, then again, this is pretty hardcore for a Disney movie. But theoretically, but let's say there was, like, like a group of extremists that hates human for some god-awful reason, even though it's clearly established that the portal that connects to human and monster world can only be open on one day in a year, right? Right? For them to hate. But that doesn't establish it. But there's no reason for anyone to hate humans. It's just so fucking odd.
Yeah, it's like, if there was a secret cabal, maybe, yeah, sure, I can go with it. And what, like literally, it's just, oh my god, like, why? Just they voted him in, and obviously he got voted in under false pretenses. Why does he think this is a good idea? You think for being an evil
does he think that because they voted him in, everyone would agree with his views? I mean, well, to be fair, if the problem is he didn't make that one of his political agenda. If you vote for me, we'll start a race war with the human race as part of my campaign, right? A vote for KALABAR is a vote for a race war.
Oh my god! Oh no! Oh my god! Oh no! They got rid. Wow! Look. That's the title of this video now. That's the slogan, the title. That's the title. Oh my god.
But yeah, like, I'm just going through this movie, like throughout this movie I'm watching again, like, besides from that punk kid, who's just a punk kid, Luke, right? He's just a punk kid, no one gives a fuck about him. He's just a fucking town bully that everyone just looks down on pity and allows him to bully people because he's a fucking loser. Like, even the guy that's in charge of the magic brew shop was like, wow, this kid's a fucking loser, right? This guy was straight up, was like like when Luke was trying to bully Maddie and the grandma, this guy was like, he's like, oh, what a fucking like by the way, real quick, I just want to say the practical effects in this movie are pretty good, right? They're really good. They really do hold up well.
They're fantastic. They're so good. Like I'm surprised watching this movie.
Off the topic of race war, real quick. Let's talk about effects. The effects in this movie really do hold up well, because that's the thing. I'm a big fan of practical effects. I love old-fashioned Hollywood. Well, I wouldn't say Hollywood, but like movie practical effects. Like that's the stuff that holds up well depending on well. But like this movie, it really does hold up well. Like I really do love the costume design of these characters. I
especially love Benny, like the skeleton, right? Like the thing is like it's not a big thing because you only see him from like the head up for obvious reasons because there's a puppeteer controlling like the expressions and stuff. But just seeing like it's such a breath of fresh air just to see a skeleton like his quote unquote eyebrows, right? They just kind of move around.
If this movie was remade today, that Benny would be 100% a CGI skeleton. I'm calling it right now.
Yeah, it would be.
I'm just quickly browsing through the movie right now, and like even in terms of like the background characters, right? We see people like. By the way, they're just regular straight up humans in this town apparently. I don't know if they're witches or whatever, but they're just straight up regular people walking around, except they're just wearing black and orange.
Yeah, I mean, right? I think
but as.
No, go ahead.
But you're just but like even when it terms of like the background characters, right? Like we just see characters just walking in the background, and they just straight up having like these whole nice effects with them. Like we see like a goblin like in this cool ass goblin costume and shit like that.
Yeah, I know it's
people
so
just
great.
Chilling.
Like it's so like the big thing about this movie, right? Is essentially the people and like and the town itself. It is such it's like the town and the people around it are just themselves a character, you know. And it's like that's probably
it brings life to this town. Like it doesn't feel like this is just a shitty town of people in costume. Like you feel like, hey yo, this is a real Halloweentown, right?
Yeah, and then you see like a great example I would say for this is like the werewolf barber, right? Because the werewolf barber, like he has this like nice. It's a nice simple look. It's not the most complicated like costume you see in this show, but like he like it's the way he kind of like expresses himself. Like he gives himself like this kind of weird Elvis vibe or whatever. I don't know what else to call it. But he had this accent, right? And he's like like an Austin Powers thing, you know? That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
He gives himself that kind of vibe.
Like a whole groovy 60s, 70s type of feel. Oh, by the way, hey, I feel like that flamethrower in this fucking barbershop is a fucking it's a fucking danger, by the way.
Hey, man.
I don't understand who the fuck is gonna need a flamethrower to do their hair. Maybe I'm missing something about the resident of Halloweentown, but Jesus Christ, that just seems like a fucking like a fire hazard.
Hey man, you don't know what lives here.
I'll be watching the scene real quick. As she sets off the flamethrower, she's right next to a pile of wood, by the way. She's literally next to a wooden structure. Wait, no, it might be plastic. Actually, it might be plastic. But it looks close enough to start a fire, basically.
I mean, she has... Yeah, she could have easily started a fire at any moment.
Yeah. Like, what a fucking fire hazard that thing
honestly,
is.
I just love the work put into this, man.
Yeah, like the effects are really good. Like I'm quickly scroll through. We see stuff like the fucking yoga class. We just see these people chilling around and everything, right? Yeah. And hey, yo, fuck this. This guy is really racist towards Ghost, by the way. Boy, like the Ghost even called him out on that shit too. Fuck Dylan.
Wait, no, it wasn't even Dylan that he was calling out on. He was calling out Sophie, dude.
Was it Sophie that was no?
No, it was Sophie. No, go back to it. Because remember, it was like Dylan is trying to distract the ghost with facts, and then Sophie puts a towel over her head, and she starts going, ooh.
Was it Sophie?
Yeah, it was Sophie.
It Sophie that was doing? Oh, I thought it was Dylan. that was doing ghost stereotype. Like I said, this town is super progressive, right? Like the ghost is like, hey, that's that cool little girl. We're a progressive town. Hey, we don't tolerate racism here. Like, what is this fucking? Like, this town is really fucking nice. I can't get over about how nice this fucking town is. This fictional towns of monster who's all just fucking pretty nice to each other, right?
Yeah, I know.
This is a really nice setting. like, right?
Yeah, it's like it just makes me want to live there just because of how nice these people are. You know?
This town is pretty cool.
God. Oh, can we also get like there was a brief scene, but why do jack-o'-lanterns have teeth? They shouldn't have teeth.
Oh, are you talking about the jack-o'-lantern people?
No, yeah, the jack-o'-lantern people. They apparently have teeth. I'm just
really?
confused. No, but it's like you see,
I don't know.
Like you see the daughter or the I don't know, son. I don't remember. But
when they go to the dentist. Oh, okay.
Yeah, when they go to the dentist, I'm like.
I thought you meant like actual teeth within the jack-o'-lantern.
No, not
you're
actual.
right.
Yeah. In when they get into the dentist office, it's so weird. I'm still weirded out by the fact that they have teeth.
Yeah, no. There's a lot to this town. We got to cover there's a lot to this town. This town has a bunch of characters. All right.
Yeah, I know. It's so great, and I love the attention. They always give you some attention to like a lot of these characters, just to experience the oddities of these people. Like the Tooth Fairy and the vampire. It's just kind of great seeing them interact. This is like so good. Mm-hmm. Like I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's just so great to see these characters just interacting. I don't know how to go about it, but it's like,
yeah.
I'm trying to think of another example where someone did this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there was. I don't know, like character interactions like this. It's like maybe I think another kind of scene. It was a game. It was darker on its take on it, but it was A Wolf Among Us. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Like A Wolf Among Us did the same kind of thing, but in terms of its fairy tales in a real world setting, and that's what Halloweentown does here too. It's a lot nicer, of course, because it's kid friendly and stuff. But it's still fascinating to see monsters in a supposedly human setting. You know, it's pretty fucking great. And you're seeing how magic kind of interacts with with their day-to-day lives. Sorry. Like they do that joke with what's her name? Aggie's Instant Brew. So that's fucking shit. And it's just really, really cool and interesting to see, you know? But that's like that's basically the big positive. I think why this fucking this fucking movie was so good, you know?
Oh yeah. Also, real quick, I'm re-going through. By the way, KALABAR straight up assaults a children, and I don't know how that's helping his argument, right?
Wait,
in the end, right? We see, when Luke is pretending to be is it Maddie or Maggie?
Marnie.
Right? Well, Marnie. Yeah, when Luke is pretending to be Marnie, he just straight up assaults his children with magic, and these people so his platform so far has been pretty fucking weak, right? He straight has a god awful reason, but ultimately he's assaulting children, right? Even if this wasn't if it wasn't Luke, who's a god, which I assume because he's a god, he has like magic resistant or some shit, just in general, he's straight up attacking children to advocate his idea of starting a race war, right? That's a pretty bad argument. And someone we're to come up to me, hey, yo, let's start a race war and then punch a child, right? I'll be like, I don't think that's a good. I don't think this is a good argument for your race war.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no one would go for it.
We just see this like the worst part, I know we talked about that. We just straight up see no one just straight up agree with it. Everyone's like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Right?
Yeah. It's just they're all watching. It's like, what? He's attacking our children? The town's children? No, who would agree to this?
Yeah, it's so fucking awful, too.
God.
Okay, roll back to town. Hey, yo, that monster form pretty fucking good. I remember that monster form as a kid. That shit scared me. That shit holds up well, right?
Yeah, it really does.
Him coming out of the fucking the movie projector, right? We just see so he fucking just goes out like this weird CGI portal or some shit, and you get the wind blowing, and you get like this low shadow of him, right? He just has like this super intimidating, spooky force about him. Now that I'm re-looking at it, and the wind's blowing, you get like the smoke and shit and all that stuff, right? It's like this super intimidating force.
It's very simple. It's very simple, but it's very effective. Especially with the eyes. The eyes creep me the fuck out so much, man.
Yeah, like it's really like this. The mask for KALABAR. This monster mask is really good and everything.
Yeah, it's like they really worked hard on this movie, you know.
Yeah, this was back during 1998. This is when they had nothing to do in their lives. Remember, this is before the advent of technology.
You mean they had nothing else to do but start race wars? This is what you're telling me.
Yeah. Look. Remember, in 1998, there was only two things to do: be progressive and start race war. All right, we ended up doing one of them and not the other. Okay.
Wait, I'm confused. Wait, are you saying what? No, I'm not gonna ask the question because I'm afraid of the answer. Okay, but
the mask for KALABAR, it's really fucking good.
Yeah, I know, it's really great. Yeah, I mean, there's like a lot of positives to this movie. Even the acting from the kids is actually pretty decent, you know.
Yeah, I like the idea. Like they're not fucking trying. Hey, fuck! I just hate Dylan as a character, right?
Yeah.
Fuck Dylan and every essence of him. Right?
Yeah.
The kids that play Dylan, the children in this movie did fine because we know because child actors are definitely hit or miss, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
these kids are having fun. Yeah, these kids are looking like they're having fun.
Very well. They were really good at this.
Except Sophie, who's a fucking racist, apparently. Boy, she needs to do something about her racist tendency. I hope they talk to her later about this. Like if they don't, this is gonna be a big problem when she goes up, and she just harbors these ghost stereotypes.
No. You see, this is when the sequel happens, she'll start her own race war. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. God. I think the only negative I can really say here, and it's not that much of a negative, if only because like it doesn't really take away from it, is its story, you know, because it's like it's about.
Yeah, like I said, the story is pretty fucking god awful about the. Well, KALABAR is fucking pretty god awful as a villain.
Yeah,
right?
It's just like I'm just like this guy could have just really just like force these people under his spells or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like he doesn't even put like a magic charm over them to start his race war. He's just straight up asking people like, "Hey, he might as well just walk around with a clipboard and be like, "Hey, would you sign this petition to start a race war?"
God, dude. I'm just like, why didn't he do anything to start convincing people? Be like a manipulative asshole or something like that.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's so fucking weird.
But yeah, it's like a lot of the story is
like this whole KALABAR story did not need it. We didn't need this whole fucking story. I feel like this could have just been like a simple story about a kid's adventure in Halloweentown and their misunderstanding of Halloween. Or they learn about Halloween.
It could have been that.
This movie got real big. Is a loose word. It's in heavy quotation.
Yeah.
Right. This movie could have been way more simplified. It's still be good. Like I said, this town has a lot of energy to it. You know, has a lot of like you could just do stuff involving the town. You didn't need to do all this fucking hey yo, we gotta stop the guy that wants to start a race war, right?
Yeah.
Like this could have been a simple monster or a simple mystery movie or some shit involving the townspeople. Why the fuck they're disappearing? And it turns out like KALABAR wants their magic energy or something instead of wanting to straight up start a race war, right?
Yeah. God, dude. Okay, so I don't remember the name of the movie. But there was this one movie that did something. It wasn't like kids visiting a magical place, but more the magic visiting them. I remember. I want to say it was a Cartoon Network show where
was it? Oh, wait, I think about that Cartoon Network Halloween movie series with the CG.
Yeah, with the CG witch and everything, right?
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Fuck. What's that fucking movie called? It's the one that has that guy that looked like the fucking kid from the blonde hair kid, right?
Yeah, the blonde hair kid who's like a total asshole and shit.
Yeah, and he had a little sister that was cool.
Yeah. I'm trying to look it up right now.
What the fuck is it called? Nightmare Before Christmas, the spooky Casper the Friendly Ghost. Nope. Cartoon Network. Fuck. Okay, why the fuck is this shit? Oh, Scary Godmother. That's it.
Oh yeah, it could have been something like Scary Godmother because there was no real big plot on that, you know. Like Scary Godmother was very simple in terms of its story.
The full movie's on YouTube, by the way.
Oh, is it? Holy shit!
Let the audience know. Oh wait, it's based on a book series apparently. I did not realize that.
Man, the CG I can see does not hold up, but
yeah. Oh yeah, that's probably one of my other. It's just the CG in this. But like then again, this is early. This is like around this is 19. So of course it's not what CG is at the capacity where it is today. But boy, some of the CG effects do look fucking pretty bad when they do spell shit. Like when they try to shoot, when they do magic beams or shit like that. Like the practical CG, the practical magic effect of like the floating cookies. Or like the potion flowing around, like that's fine. But like, boy, some of the CG does not fucking hold up well.
But yeah, it's like back in terms of what you were saying about it could have been a simpler story, because in Scary Godmother, is legit a kid who is just very unhappy about being babysat on Halloween, and that. She basically ends up. She has a scary godmother, and the scary godmother is like, "Hey, let's have a party. Let's meet all these monsters." And then she does learn a lesson like, "Oh, not all monsters are mean or scary and stuff like that." And then her cousin also learns the lesson, and don't be a fucking jerk, And it could have been something like that too, because it's actually it's kind of there, like because it could have been a whole thing about like how Now it's kind of asking a bit much, at least from my part, for a TV movie is what I mean. But like it could have been the whole thing where Marnie is like learning about her heritage, and then there's Sophie who kind of really takes to it. Marnie's having trouble with it, and then there's Dylan who's because of his mother
who learns about the magic of Halloween and stop being a fucking nerd. Is fucking nerd.
Yeah, maybe there could have been an aspect where he's scared of this stuff because of his mother, but then he learns to kind of slowly embrace it, and then there could have been a thing where the mother's like, okay, there could have been at least a better reason for like the mother for saying, okay, no Halloween for you guys.
We don't really find out the reason about the mother dislike Halloween that much, right?
Yeah,
we just say I don't want her to be a witch. Like it's like so we clearly established the dad is dead in this. Like I was hoping I was hoping that through rewatching, like I thought the reason why she hated magic was because something happened to the dad because of her magical heritage, right? She's like, I don't want this. Like I don't want this burden to be on my kid. I don't want the kids to go through the same loss I did, stuff like that, right? Like then again, that's pretty deep, but like something within like a simplified story for kids to understand and stuff like that.
I think a better idea, because like I just remember this, because in the second movie, now if they thought of this back then, that would have been great. But in the second movie, they had this whole thing where Marnie's being trained by her grandmother, and she to one day be the head of the household, But the thing is, because Halloweentown can only be visited like once a night, it could have been this whole thing where like she didn't want to lose her daughter to like and have to basically live without her for like a year every time, and can only visit her once a night,
Yeah.
It could have been something like that.
By the way, real quick, watching this. Hey, there's a Confederate soldier in the fucking crowd, or a Civil War soldier. There's a Civil War soldier that just chills in Halloweentown. By the way.
What?
There's just a straight up Civil War soldier just chilling.
Is he a ghost? Or
he might as well. I'm assuming he's a ghost if it's just a Civil War soldier just chilling in Halloweentown.
Or is this a subtle statement on the Civil War and how all the Confederacy were monsters or something like that? I have no.
I don't fucking. Hey, hold on.
I have no idea.
Hold on. Assuming the fact that he doesn't agree with Caliber of starting a race war, I'm sure the Civil War soldier is from the North. All right.
Well, I don't know their costumes to be fair with you. That's also true.
Oh, to be fair, you're right either. But yeah, yeah. Okay, go on.
Okay, yeah. And it could have been this whole thing where like the mother has to learn to not be so overprotective and learn to let go and trust in her children. And then Marnie learning from her mother. Okay, I understand what you mean. It's like I don't want to leave now, but I do want to learn about my roots and stuff like that. And then he's like, okay, fine, and that would have been a nice thing in and of its own. And and it could have just been the whole also with some of these children like learning not to be so stereotypical, like with Sophie and the ghost thing.
Yeah. She needs to get that ghost racism in check.
Yeah, and instead of doing that as like a fucking as a joke, you could have made it like a life learning lesson for her, because she doesn't understand so well, and she's only ever been taught like like monsters were like a costume to be portrayed as, and like they're not actual real people or something like that. But that's a whole deep and complicated issue. If it was a remake for a feature film, that would have been what I would have preferred for Halloweentown 1, right? But this is a TV movie, and it's like not like it doesn't need that much complexity, and it's like, well, I don't like the whole big bad evil thing and good versus evil. Like, it's just straight up like that. It's fine because this is just a TV movie, and I don't think they actually planned on there being a sequel, and they were just being like, you know what, one and done, that's it, there you go.
Yeah.
But like,
hey, because this movie just pretty much it resolves a lot of like everything pretty much gets resolved at the end of this movie.
Yeah.
Pretty much, honestly.
Yeah, they only really, and when they made the sequel, they had to artificially reset the arguments again, for a little bit. Like with the mother and the grandmother, they're still fighting and stuff, but they kind of give a new reason, and it's sort of like a whole lore thing. But but
and we'll say that for Halloweentown 2 spoiler cast. Out soon by the time you listen to this, or out now if you're listening to this in the future, depending on your time.
I don't know. Just wait just wait a week. You'll get it. I don't
know. Just look it up at some point. All right, But well, this movie actually holds up well. Besides, if you just ignore Kalabar's whole fucking racism, right? This is a perfectly fine movie about Halloween.
Yeah, pretty honestly.
Much. Like this is a movie like if I had time, I would pop this in and watch it every year if I had the time. But it is actually a really nice movie. Like just from the set design and the practical effects and everything. This movie I would watch just to appreciate the effort and the effort put because they could have just made this like this could have just been a shitty ass lazy TV movie, right? We just go to the costume store and you're like, hey yo, give me that ghost costume, give me that racist ghost costume, right? Or give me the goblin costume or some shit, right? But like the effort that they actually put into this movie, it's actually impressive.
Yeah, I know. It's just watching this is like, man, I had good taste as a kid. So there's that. But yeah, it was a good funny movie to rewatch. So there's that.
It was a pretty good movie. That's really all I have to say about this. Like I pretty much got my major theme about this movie.
I mean, there's not much to say because there's not much to tell about this movie. Yeah. To be honest with you, but the only
thing you have to talk about is how fucking racist Kalabar is.
Yeah. And how much of an incel he is.
I'm really tilted now that we're rewatching. It's how fucking racist and how he literally wanted to start a fucking race war, right? like as a kid, you would never think of this, obviously. Like you're just like, oh, he's just the bad man, right? But now in context, I'm watching like, wow, this movie was like that's a deep villain motivation to suddenly put it in, right? Yeah, because as a kid, you would never fucking realize his motivation was to start a little like as a kid. I remember watching that. I thought he just wanted to take over the world. Like he just wanted to take over the human worlds, and that's it. But no, he just straight up wanted to go to war.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like idiotic. Like holy crap, dude. What the fuck? Yeah. But yeah, I guess we'll end it on the first one then.
Right. Just as we started, we'll end it with that. All right, that's it. All right, thank you for what the fuck are we calling this month again? Spooky-tober? Yeah. Spooky-tober, yeah. Wait, welcome to the beginning of Spooky-tober or some shit. I don't know. This probably might get uploaded before or after Halloween, before or after October starts or some shit, depending on upload schedule. All right, all right, that was it. That was fun. All right, coronavirus is still a thing. Wash your hands. Okay, thanks. Bye.